Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Studio Series number 114, Transformers 1 Deluxe Class Megatron, based obviously on his appearance in Transformers 1, and I have been anticipating this figure for a while because I actually did enjoy Transformers 1. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. We're never gonna get a sequel though, that's for sure. Sadly enough, we're never gonna get a sequel to that movie because that movie did not break the bank like it was supposed to, and probably should have, looking at the fact that it was actually really good. And I call this guy Megatron because of how long his legs are. Normally I call him Mega Man because I think that's funny to say, but this time you shall be dubbed Megatron. So let's take a closer look at the upper body, which is only 5% of Megatron. The other 95 are the legs. So, starting off with the head sculpt, it is a very, very nice looking head sculpt, as you can see. Very big fan of his head sculpt. Looks very accurate to the movie. Then he also has a nice chest here as well. The nice red poking through all the color. I know that some people may not like the coloration here, but I like the colors on him more than I like the Optimus Prime one. Because the gray that is being used is a lot lighter than the Optimus Prime one. But I know people would probably want this guy to be full on silver. But then we got some nice black here coming through. Some nice red. Some nice black here as well. I love the black and red kind of popping through as the coloration that we have here. Then we got the nice upper legs, and then we got the lower legs as well being full on black, and we got some yellow here on the toes. We still have some threads here on the fists as well. The fists are not necessarily that pretty if you really look at it, because it's just like the threads are part of the fists. Also, this arm is extremely loose because of the fact that this arm was extremely tight. I think it was this part of the arm, or it was this. But if you watch the open box video that I did a while ago, it turned out that he was a little bit stuck. Now, this arm was horrible for me on both ends. I think it was actually this arm. Because for transformation, what you're supposed to do is rotate it around and then rotate it up. Now, this one, he did perfectly fine. But on my copy, he did not want to make this extra little bend in order to tab it in. So I thought I was doing something wrong with the transformation, because like this just did not want to go. So I had to really, and I hate to say it, but I had to really force it. It's like, why did I get to have that copy? Anyway, this is what he looks like from the back. Overall, pretty clean, and this little piece here can actually, not really what I wanted to do, but it can pop off if you find it a bit ugly. It's kind of like the Age of Extinction Optimus Prime with his backpack. You can just pop it off. This also came separate in the box, and every time I've tried to transform this guy, this has popped off. So we're gonna see how lucky we're gonna get with this time, with on camera anyway. But he looks very nice, but he is still not full on Megatron without something else. So let's move him off to the side and let's look at the accessories that he comes with. Starting off here, we got his beautiful fusion cannon, looking very nice when it's in focus. There we go. But looking very nice. Look at the beauty of the fusion cannon. Looks very accurate. I've seen some people wanting to have a bigger cannon. I don't necessarily have a problem with it, and you can technically make it bigger, but obviously Megatron needs to have it on his arm. There we go. Now the boy himself is complete. Even though when he became Megatron, well, I mean, when he got his transformation cog, he still did not have it until, I think it was the scene where he got like super mad at Starscream or something like that, and he just like formed a arm cannon, which this one I think actually is not fully accurate to the movie. Now the next accessory that we have is we got two of these guns here. I have two of them actually. As you can see, here's the other one. But they are pretty much the same, so I'll just show you both sides. And they can plug in. Technically, they can plug into his hand if you want to. Like so. He can hold it if you want to. Technically, you can also plug this into his arm if you want to. But where these are actually supposed to store, mainly in vehicle mode though, is on the back here. In the backpack thingy, he has a little hole on both sides. And you can just take them and just plug them in, and this is where they will stay for the remainder of the video, because I don't really care about these things, because I will talk about the slight issue that I have with them. Well, not necessarily these things, but this thing right here. I kind of wish they had a little bit of an opening on either side of the fusion cannon, so that you can plug those in and have that like triple barrel effect that he has in the movie, because eventually his fusion cannon turns into like a triple blaster, and you can't really do that with this fusion cannon. Also, finally, he comes with this thing right here, which is another arm cannon that he has, very nicely painted in silver right there, the only silver really that's on this figure. And where you can plug this is you can plug this, as you can see right here on the arm right there. You can plug this into his arm, and now he is dual wielding guns. Or what you can also do, now this is mainly for what you're supposed to do for transformation, but if the gun isn't big enough, you can do this in order to extend his arm cannon if you want to do it. You can do it. It is your figure as always. So let me put it back on here. So yeah, he comes with a good arsenal of weapons to be the legend of Megatron himself, even though technically this cannon was not in the movie, if I remember correctly. I don't really remember. I mean, look, this movie came out in September, and that's like the one and only time that I've seen it. But I do have it on Blu-ray right here. But I don't really remember him having this cannon. It could be accurate, it could not, who's to say, but overall this figure looks very accurate. So I'm just gonna take this bad boy off, and I'm also actually gonna take these guns off. It will make the next segment a little bit better, because now we're gonna go into the classic articulation segment. So then here we go. The head can do a full rotation if you want to. You have a little bit of up and down, but not very much. Then you got the arms, which can do a full rotation, and they can go all the way out as well. And you have a bicep swivel, which on this one is super loose, and I don't really like it, but I'm not really going to do anything to fix it. Then, because of transformation, he has a double-jointed elbow, so he can get his elbow all the way up. And his hand does have rotation, technically also for transformation, but it is still rotation. Then after that, you can split the arms and just do a waist rotation. Technically, it can go all the way around, like so. Then his legs can go forward about that far. He can go backwards about that far. Backpack does not get in the way, which is absolutely beautiful. You get some nice in and out as well. A swivel down here and a nice tabbed in, which I don't really understand, but tabbed in, so untap it, and then you got a nice bend at the knee. However, the knee does open up a little bit, which looks a little bit ugly. And then finally, his feet can do the forward and back, may also for transformation, and he has a little bit of an ankle tilt here as well for posability. So he's got some good posabilities. Get out of the Jesus pose, my friend. He's got some good posability overall, and he is a very nice looking guy. So then, let us move you up to the side so we can get into Sass comparisons. So starting off, obviously, here he is next to his nemesis. Kind of. His friend turned nemesis. His best buddy. Optimus Prime. And they look very nice together. And Megatron, I think, is also slightly... it actually kind of looks like Optimus is slightly taller. Even though Lego Man has nothing but legs, Optimus does seem to be a little bit taller. Also, is this gonna be a trend for the Transformers 1 figures where... you know, they have a yellow on the toes. I'm not complaining, it's just a question that I have. Also, these are the only two Transformers 1 figures that at the time of recording this review I own. So if there's another one that gets released, I don't have that one. But they look very nice together. Finally, I have another Transformers 1 figure. Let's move you out of the way, because just like with the Optimus Prime figure, I decided to bring in some friends from Cybertron. Here we have Megatron and Starscream and Mega Man. Ooh, this is what he looks like with the Cybertron figures, the Gamer Edition from Studio Series. Looking very nice, obviously shorter, but not that much shorter, actually. I mean, he's almost as tall as Starscream, not as bulky, though. So let's get them out of here. And since I don't have any more Transformers 1 figures, this is the end of Sass comparison, so we'll put you in closer so that we can get into that transformation. So for transformation, what do you want to start off with? You want to take the cannon and remove it. Don't worry about it. We'll get you back later on. And then what you want to do is you want to take the arms, rotate them around, rotate the fist as well. You're supposed to line it up at the threads here. So rotate it so that it lines up with the threads there. And then you want to double hinge it up and have this tab here go into that slot right there. There you go. Do the same thing on the other side. Rotate this around, rotate this around, rotate this up, and then tab the bad boy into place like so. And I almost broke this thing off when I first did it. Then what you want to do is you want to split the legs and also do kind of like an animated shockwave. Also click the leg into place, but do an animated shockwave thing where you have to bend the knee as well, like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Very nice. Also, rotate the leg around, but only at this bottom part, like so. Then you want to lift this up, get it out of the way. Lift this up, get it out of the way, and then fold the foot up, take this thread piece here, fold it a little bit up, rotate this whole bad boy around, get it in there, and then fold the thread down. Do the same thing on the other side, so just rotate this whole piece around. Come on, there you go. Don't forget to make sure that this clicks into place and then rotate it down. There we are. After that, what you want to do is you want to take the chest here and untab it, fold it out on the double hinge, and then rotate it down. We'll deal with you in a minute. After that, what you want to do is you want to take the backpack here, untab it from in here, rotate it around, and untab it apparently. Nah, I was hoping that it wouldn't happen. Ah well, yeah, rotate it around. Then what you want to do is you want to come in here and you want to untab the top part here and rotate it all the way around so that the head sits in there. Then take the arms and, oh, nope. Rotate them around as well. Take the arms and, oh, wait, move everything out of the way. Rotate it around as well. And we are almost done, boys. Don't you worry about that. Next up, what you want to do is you want to fold this piece here down the chest piece, the formerly chest piece. Get it around everything, and then there are 2 tabs on the sides here that we will deal with in a minute. So next up, what you want to do is you want to fold this piece here back, and also there's like a little bit of a hook thing here that needs to go inside of the foot, and then there's a tab under here that needs to go into that slot right there. So what I like to do is just line up the foot first, make sure you get it through there, and then focus on the arm. So first, make sure that the foot gets into the right place, and then make sure that the arm also gets into the right place, which apparently on this side, it already was perfectly aligned. And now we can take the tabs on either side and just get them into position with the chest. And there you go, almost done. Now then we take the fusion cannon, move you out of the way, and you take this little cannon here, plug these 2 together, and then on here you can see that there's a slot right here in the back, and then under here there is a tab, so you want to basically line it up, tab it in, fold it down, and here is Megatron in his tank mood. So here we have Megatron in his big tank mood, and it is one nice looking tank mode, if I do say so myself. Now, while my memory is a little bit hazy on the whole, you know, Transformers 1 movie, I will say that in the movie, if I remember correctly, he did turn into a tank. But I don't know if this is fully accurate, but it's accurate enough for me not to really complain about it. Let's just say that. Also, you can take the other guns. I kind of forgot to show that off, and then just plug it on in here. Because initially I was going to do this during like, oh, and weapon storage. But it's like, this might actually be how he's supposed to go. Like so. But overall, this is one, yeah, it's a Cybertronian tank. Still kind of looks like a guy just lying down, let's be honest here. I mean, especially like, because I know where everything goes. But he tries to hide it well. It's just like, I guess the chest plate just really just, man. And I do like the fact that they went back to animated with part of the transformation sequence, mainly how the legs work, with that whole thing kind of being animated. Or what? No, wait, it was Prime styled, I think. Animated did that, I think, as well, but Prime did it too. So it is just a transformation sequence that I know of. However, one big complaint, because back in my day, yes, I'm gonna sound like an old man, because these stupid things came with wheels. Now there are no wheels at the bottom, so this thing literally cannot roll. Like, normally it makes sense why he cannot technically roll, because tank threads, having them be incorporated into the vehicle mode, is hell on transformation. However, they usually give them tiny little wheels so that they still can roll, but this guy has nothing, so that is a strike against him. But outside of that, he looks very nice. Let's take a look here. First of all, we got the basically cannon mode here, which you can still take off. And oh, hello, how are you doing today? But we got like this triple barreled cannon thing that I guess you could kind of equip to him as well in the robot mode. But it is a nice triple barrel thing. I also like how the fusion of these 2 cannons, this one and this one, kind of like blends together really well. I like the front here as well with the kind of triangle shaped thing. And then here we have the rest of the tank. Let's just put this over here. But yeah, we got here the tank threads right now. I mean, we got like a little thread there, a little thread there, but outside that there's not much threading going on. Same goes for the other side. What I also find a little bit weird is, why were these figures so late? Like, the movie came out a long time ago, and then like we only get Optimus Prime at the end of the year, we get Megatron, and then this year we get like everyone else. Well, I got Megatron this year, but then everyone else we get like this year. So weird. Actually, I could have already gotten this guy last year, but the problem was that I had to wait until Gamer Edition Ratchet was released, and that took this so long. But overall, it is a nice looking tank. I like the combination of the colors, the silver here as well with the rest of it. I just love the coloration separation here. I mean, yes, the discoloration is not necessarily the best, but who cares, man? Who cares? It is just what they do in order to, I guess, save costs. But overall, it's a nice looking tank, even though it's basically just Leg City. This also explains why his legs are so long. So then, what do we do next? Well, we've looked at weapon storage already with the fact that these guns can go onto the side here, this cannon can go under here, and then also this can go in there. So I guess all that we have left to do is go into size comparison, because we don't really have anything else really to talk about, because it's just a tank. I mean, there are some nice details here. Kind of details. The stripe going through here, and in there. I love that stripe. Anyway, let's go into size comparison officially. So, starting off here he is with Onimus Prime as well. Transformed into his vehicle mode, and I can say that I am happy that I own both of these. These figures may not be, you know, quote-unquote perfect, but I'm still happy that they are here. And they look very, very nice together. Then next up here he is with the Cybertronian lad, Starscream and Mega Man himself. Looking very nice, and out of these two tank modes, which one do I like more? This one, kind of. I don't know, I feel like he conceals himself a bit more. You know, he kind of like folds away a bit more. This guy is just like, okay, let's get the arms and legs into place. However, I do like what this guy does with the torso, with the fact that it untabs and rotates around. That's like a neat little transformation sequence. But outside that, it is just, you know, a transformation. Also, the tank turret can rotate. I forgot to show that off as an articulation segment, but it can rotate, which this one cannot do. So, they're both equal, let's say that, okay? Because of the fact there are things that he does, or like this one looks better, outside the fact he's got the gigantic, like, serial number on there. But then this one has like a rotatable turret, and actually has tank treads like that. And then let's get these two out of here. And as I have said in my, I think it was actually my last review, which was the Starscream Super Mode. From now on, Knight Rider Kit will be always part of size comparison. So here he is next to that one. Man, this figure just makes me so happy. Anyway, let's move you out of the way as well. Pull you in a bit closer so we can get into that reverse transformation. So let's get good old Lego Man back into his robot mode. So what you want to start off with is, we're just gonna take this bad boy off and move it off to the side, because it's gonna untab anyway, so why not? And then what you want to do is you want to come here and untab these pieces from the arms, and here also in the front from the legs. Oh, and also from in here. It also needs to untab from in here. I forgot about that one. I always forget about that one. I've transformed this guy like 4 times or 5 times. I still forget about that part. And there you go. Then what you want to do is you want to take the thread, rotate it up, rotate this bad boy around, put the thread back in here, rotate it around and put the thread in, rotate the foot out, and then rotate this down and get it tabbed into place. There is this tab here that is gonna slide, so there's like tabs. I actually don't know how there's tabs together. Maybe it's just like a friction thing, but just like kind of line it up. Oh, it's down here. Wait, I see it now. Like that down here, there's like a little bit of a opening that like this tab down here like tabs into. So that's how you tab it together, like so. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate this as well and get the legs fully straightened out, and rotate the thighs, well, the bottom thigh swivel, I guess. I mean, he doesn't have an upper thigh, he just has a bottom one because of the transformation. I apologize. Then what you want to do is you want to take this here, rotate this around, tab it into place, take the chest and tab that in as well. Then after that, take the arm, untab it, rotate it all the way up, rotate it around, and then rotate it down. Take the arm, untab it, rotate it up, also rotate the fist around so that it's sitting straight, and then rotate it around. I put the fist the wrong way, my apologies. And rotate the fist around in order to get everything in its place. After that, what you want to do is you want to take the cannon from out from under here, and then this tab here will slide into this hole here, and then these 2 tabs here on the side is gonna slide into this slots right there on the side. So basically just want to line this up, tab it in, and then tab it in again. I mean, it's gonna fall off anyway, so I might as well just pull it off. Then split the cannon and take the cannon here and just put it on his... Ah, man. I did it the wrong way. Ah, I did that last time I transformed this guy as well. Man, something wrong with me. And yeah, there he have Mega Man or Lego Man back into his robotic mood. So, final thoughts on Lego Man. What do I think about him? Well, I like him. I think he's actually a pretty cool figure. Yes, he has legs for days, but you know, when has that ever been a problem, you know? I mean, technically it has been a problem before, but this time I actually don't really mind the legs, the super long legs, and I'm happy that my Optimus Prime friend here has a friend, or enemy, frenemy? Maybe one of them. Anyway, he has someone to be on the shelf with, because for the longest time, this guy was my only Studio Series Transformers 1 figure, but now, happily enough, I have another one. So yeah, I like him. Yes, he could potentially use some more paint, but I'm not really gonna complain about that. The only thing that I would personally complain about is the arm, this arm here, being really tight out of the box, like almost breakable tight. Like especially this joint here being almost entirely breakable, and also I think it was this joint as well. Just did not vibe with me. Also, let me just attach this bad boy here to his arm. But overall, I did not like that at all. But outside of that, this figure is actually pretty good. And maybe that's just a my copy, because it's the same with like Rescue Bots Chase. I've seen people not complain about that, and I'm apparently the only one whose arms will not stay into place, so that's fun. So it might just be a my copy thing. Maybe your copy will be a lot better, who knows. But overall, do I recommend him? If you like Transformers 1 and you want to get yourself a Transformers 1 Mega Man, then I would highly recommend this guy. And if you did not like Transformers 1, what is wrong with you? But also, it's still a nice pickup if you want to have a small Megatron in your collection. Since he is a deluxe, he is going to be a lot cheaper than, you know, the average Megatron. So, you could just pick this one up for deluxe price point and have fun with it. And yes, I do recommend it. But that has been my review of Transformers Studio Series 114 Deluxe Class Transformers 1 Legatron. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!